Did y'all know the fastest mortal speedster at a point in time was this motherfucker right here named Buried Alien, aka Barry Allen, the Flash. So while Quasar was on this ship, right, he saw this damn gold thing speed past his ass. He's like, what the fuck is that? That shit made me feel like I was standing still. So he traced the damn energy signature, right, and it was some tachyon fucking signature, which hypothetically is faster than light particles. Fucking MAKARRI was like, hold on, did Quay say somebody was fast as hell? So Quasar goes to try to see who the fuck that was, right? And MAKARRI wasn't going either. He was chasing his ass too. He was like, hold on, bro, your ass running on the air. He's like, yeah, for a couple hundred feet. We tried to get me far enough to get me to the Hudson River. So he's like, all right, so who the fuck was that fast motherfucker, bro? That's when a runner popped up telling him, hi there, humans, looking for something? He's like, damn, where the fuck you come from? He's like, you can call me the runner. I'm one of the elders of the universe. If you know who they are, like my spiritual brethren, I devoted my upending life to a single purpose. In my case, the thrill of the body in motion. For eons, I traversed the universe seeking out the fastest entities I could find and challenge them to a race. Such is my passion, such is my purpose. I hear tell your world has a handful of pretty fast movers. Any idea where I can find them? The car is like, you looking at him right now, motherfucker. He's like, how interesting. But I'm afraid I can't just take your word for it, friend. Deeds are what count, not words. Would you say? Would you mind putting your legs on the line and running a little race? Car was like, anytime, any place. Bro, the runner took off on his ass. And his ass started to slow down because he was running on water and that shit was starting to slow him down. And fucking Quasar was like, hey, bro, you noticed that he knew your name? Either that motherfucker know your reputation's so big in the universe, or that motherfucker's telekinetic. And the car was like, I gotta prove that I'm the fastest man on earth no matter what. You keep an eye on him. Make sure he doesn't pull a fast one. All I want to worry about is running rings around that yellow Yando. So while the runner went to go look for some more fucking people to race, Quasar took him to the house, took his crib. And his dad, who was just sitting in the dark and shit, he introduces MAKARRI to him as the fastest man on earth. And he asks his dad, can he stay the night there? And his dad said, yeah. And he's like, all right, cool. So they went to work the next day, went to Quasar's job the next day, right? And one of his secretaries told him that one of his secretaries mistakenly went to his damn room. So Quasar was like, oh shit, I hope her ass ain't discovered the passageway to Eon's star chamber as his ass opened up this little bookcase and goes into like this little space in there, right? He's like, Eon! Somebody's like, yes, my protector. This motherfucker. He's like, woo, you nearly gave me a heart attack. What you doing so small? All size is relative. I guess so, huh? Everything's cool here on the home front. Yes, cool. Great, I just got back from Stranger's World, and man, you should have seen what happened there. You are referring to you're saving the lives of 1 billion watchers? I could imagine. Yeah, how you know? I believe I mentioned to you that I keep abreast of the activities of cosmic class entities. Oh yeah, well I just wanted to tell you that I feel really good with that victory under my belt. I finally feel like I'm up to being protected. That is good. He's like, oh, what do you know about an elder named the Runner? He's one of the more harmless of the thousands or so elders I'm aware of. That's good to know. Okay, I gotta go. People are waiting for me. So he leaves and shit, right? And then later that day in the mid-Atlantic, we see MAKARRI out in the fucking oceans training and shit. That's when Runner ran up on his ass like, hey, you training for the big race, huh? You got good form, Earthman. The only pointer I got for you is relax your hands a bit. A tight fist only diverts energy from where you're really trying to keep it. See? As his ass started to move his hands like this, he was like, ah, fuck this shit. I'm gonna ditch his ass, let him eat my spray. So MAKARRI takes off. And he was like, but I didn't come to give you racing tips. I come to... MAKARRI? Nice burst of speed. But nobody runs off when I'm addressing him. Catches up with his ass effortlessly. He's like, hey, the motherfucking race began in a day and a half. Be there, be square. Bye. Take off on his ass. MAKARRI runs to this damn island. He like, fuck, my calf feel tender. Please don't tell me I fucking pulled a muscle. Day and a half later, Quasar goes to the race, right? He sees Quicksilver, Captain Marvel, Spectrum, and Whistler. Who, if you see right here, Whistler is on the fucking damn cosmic treadmill looking ass thing. The runner was talking to Captain Marvel. He said, this is not a race of flight speed, dear Captain. If you fail to touch your feet to the surface once every 50 meters or so, I'm afraid you'll be disqualified. She says, I'll try, but it's not my natural way to travel. So MAKARRI ass wasn't there yet, and that's what Quasar was looking for. He goes up to the racer though, was like, hey man, where's this race gonna hold at? You gonna kill innocent bystanders if you fucking racing at high speeds and like that. He's like, nah, they gonna be good. As this big ass construct came out of nowhere from the moon. He says that his fellow elder, the architect, made that shit. And Quasar said that shit is like energy constructs like his quantum band. So everybody up here getting ready for the race, right? And just when the fucking race is about to take off, MAKARRI finally pulls up. So he's like, all right, on your mark, get set, go. Everybody take the fuck off. At 10 kilometers, you see who's in front. That's Black Racer, Speed Demon, and Super Sable. At 100 kilometers, MAKARRI says the two that was in front are going to burn out quickly. As you see now, Whistler and Quicksilver's actually in the front right now. 1,000 kilometers, everybody chained. He says, I'm energized by cosmic energy. Surely none of the others have the efficient power source. 10,000 kilometers, MAKARRI finally gets in the lead, right? Now, at this part, you can see everybody's concerns about the race. If you pause to read, like Captain Marvel, she says, I think I'm getting the hang of it. I may not be able to go light speed anymore, but my endurance is second to none. And Whistler, he was just happy that he could finally go all out. And he was talking to MAKARRI like, look out, motherfucker, I'm finna pass your ass. At 32,000 kilometers, fucking Miss Captain Marvel got kicked the fuck out because she wasn't touching the earth as often. So when he took her ass back to earth, right? Wow! That's when Barry came out to cut. He's like, I have form again. Where am I? This is not my space. I'm somewhere else. What's happened? Why am I here? The last thing I remember is running. This happened during the damn crisis event shit when his ass disappeared. Someone supposedly got killed during the crisis. He said, wait a minute. I don't even remember who I am. All I know is there's this ball of energy like lightning inside of me, pulling me. The need to move, aka the Speed Force. He says, need to move. His ass take off. His ass take off so fast, just as Quasar was emerging from the quantum space, he couldn't see that motherfucker. He's like, all right, I try to jump ahead a little bit to see who it was. So you see everybody where they stopping points at, these motherfuckers where they stopped at. And you see his ass pass up Quicksilver at 121,000 kilometers. And Quasar still couldn't catch him, so he's like, fuck it, I'm gonna just jump to the end of the race. So right here is where MAKARRI was trying to catch up with Whistler, right? And he was catching up, he was gaining for a second. But right here is where he says that he hit his wall, the outer limits of his speed. He can't go no faster, I mean. So he started to like mentally tell himself to run faster, run faster, run faster. And he started to do it to the point where he finally did fucking pass up Whistler. But the shit was hurting his ass at this point because he was transcending physical limits of his body. That's when Barry came up on his ass. Passed the fuck out of him fast as hell. Quasar finally got to the end of this shit, right? And the runner was there too. That's when Barry pulled up and he won the race. They was like, all right, what's your name, bro? He said, I'm not sure. Buried alien, something like that? Well, Buried, how does it feel to be the fastest man alive? It feels right. Quasar was like, he's an extra dimensional, probably from an alternate Earth like Whistler. Anyway, so after the race, right, the runner was like, hey, I need you to race in this galactic marathon with me, right? Fucking Barry was like, but I just want to go home, I think. He takes his ass off and fucking MAKARRI finally pulls up, crying and shit like, I lost, didn't I? I'm not the fastest man on Earth. And Quasar was like, look, just be happy that you a hard second. Now, the fastest mortal at the time was his ass, but currently it's Blur, aka the Whistler, Stanley Stewart. The same Blur that Black Panther had ran up on and fucking was able to keep over the speed a little bit. Mephisto remade his ass after his universe got destroyed. That's why he's not the Whistler no more and how he's the Blur right now. Now, at the time, this motherfucker was the fastest motherfucking immortal and being ever in Marvel, right? But that was until MAKARRI beat his ass in a race, making him the fastest motherfucking Marvel. I'm gonna tag a creator that I had got the info for this shit from, where MAKARRI ended up beating the runner from. But I hope this video did y'all some justice, and I hope that y'all was as surprised just as I was when I was reading this shit and seeing that Barry ass popped up in the canon shit. This is canon. And I hope that this brought more context to this feat right here for Black Panther and how fast his ass had to keep up with this motherfucker, who is the fastest mortal on Marvel, while MAKARRI from the Eternals is the fastest immortal being.